Hello and welcome to Love Revolution. I'm your host, Mia Saenz, and welcome to this edition. I'm here with Angela Gower-Johnson, who is really amazing. I want to share her with you, and I'm excited to share her with you. Not only is she one of the most energetically powerful women that I know and can shift energy around, she happens to be my sister. And I don't mean my blood sister, but we claim each other as sisters. So this is Angela Gower-Johnson, or I call her Ange. So I'd like you to meet her. But before I turn this amazing session over to her, which we're going to be talking about authenticity, remember as always to pause it if you need to get your notebook, your colored pens or your pens, your yummy drink. How many of you, and I'd like you to write me and tell me, how many of you have tried that lavender lemonade recipe on the thank you page that I talk about in the sign up? It's intriguing to me because it's fascinating to combine both lavender and lemonade. And today is going to be a really fun show because Angela and I are very relaxed and very casual together. So this is going to be one of the more casual shows. So hit pause when you're through and want to come back on, and I'll send you over to Angela. Okay, so this is Angela Gower-Johnson, as I said a moment before, sitting next to me on the screen. And we are going to talk about authenticity and the power it brings us in our life when we can be transparent and authentic. So welcome, Angela. Yay.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Hello, sweetheart. I'm so happy you're here. I get to share you with the world.
Yay.
Yay. All right, so for the next 15, 20 minutes, or probably a little longer, because we get to have a treat with Angela doing a process, and her processes sometimes go a little bit longer. So we get to have this yummy, lovely treat with her. So remember also, start your breathing and just relax and get into this beautiful experience that you're going to have. So take it away, Angela.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
So, I think authenticity for me is one of the hardest things to talk about, just to start that off with, because it's so personalized and so individual. So I remember a while back, a couple of years ago, someone was really being full on about authenticity to the point where she was stripping her hair back to the natural color, even though she really liked it to be dyed to a certain color. And I think that kind of view of authenticity is possibly not as important as you being true to yourself and true to your business, and just really being able to love yourself more than you love other people. So one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making is that they value and love other people and other people's opinions way more than they love themselves and their opinions. So for me, the biggest thing about being authentic and having authenticity is to be clear as to what is right for me, what works for me, what I can deal with and embrace, and what is impossible for me to deal with and embrace. And within that, I give myself some movement. So there's this train of thought that I find so interesting, because actually Mia and I have spoken about this, and my husband and I have spoken about this, and I'm not sure that I totally agree. So this will be really interesting. But Mia, you've said to me before about how to be strong and to have like a certain type of relationship with clients where they see my strength, they see my greatness, they see everything that is amazing about me. And Julian totally is on that same page with you. But for me, I really feel that we all have stuff. And what helped me the most in my process in my business was when I had one of my teachers say, just do it. Just start working, because you're never going to be ready. You're never going to feel like you're ready. You're never going to feel like you have reached that place. And I never feel like I'm going to reach that place. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I always am looking for more. I'm always looking to get to a better place. And I have worked with some phenomenal people. And the one thing I can tell you is that everyone has stuff. And it's a varying degree of stuff, but everyone has stuff. So I think one of the things that I'm not so authentic about, that I'd like to be more authentic about, is that I have stuff, and I think it's better to kind of share that a little bit than to not. But I also totally see how having boundaries in relationships is really great, and Mia is an amazing coach and friend and mentor, and you teach me so much.
Well, we teach each other.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And isn't that the beauty of friendship? Besides those who hire us as coaches, but that's so beautiful among friends, as we learn from each other so much.
Well, yeah, and then there's that support and love, and I just love knowing that you've got my back, and knowing that you know that you're totally adored and loved makes me feel happy.
Me too. We're so funny. We do this all the time, guys. She lives in England, I live in the States, and we do this on just about a daily basis. If we don't get our daily in, then we get sad.
Or grumpy.
So I love the fact that you brought this up, because it tells me also that each person is individual and unique, which we already know that, but each person is individual and unique. And so we have to be, authentic to who we are. Yes, you got a little hand slap from me. And I didn't mean to give it a hand slap. I meant it as a support, as a sister. Awesome. So go forward, beauty.
Okay, so for me, what I believe is that we all are aware to some extent. Like, everyone has awareness to a certain extent, or intuition. So I just feel that people receive us so much better if we are real. For example, yesterday I had a massage, and I really want to give her a testimonial, but sometimes I need a little bit of direction. And she was like, but I want it to be real. And I was like, well, of course I'm going to make a real testimonial, because it wouldn't be within my wheelhouse to not. Because I really find that when it comes to the nitty-gritty, you have to be open and truthful and honest, because people will know if you're not. So what I see people doing is I see them either trying to be someone who they're not. So more recently, I've started to work with people who are trying to close clients, and they've had training from other people, like business training. And I am not at all against that sort of thing. I think it's amazing. I think Mia is phenomenal about it, but I know this isn't like a plug Mia show.
I'm loving it here, everybody.
But you want to choose someone who has awareness and intuition and works with some sort of divine connection, like Mia. Because if you don't, you're going to be trained.
I promise. Sorry.
What?
I said I didn't pay her to say this, and then I'm apologizing for interrupting.
So, All right, hold on. I'm trying to get back to that groove. So the thing is that a lot of people teach business by rote. It's just like you do this, you do this, you do that. And the thing about working with people like Mia is that you get to do it from a place where you are acknowledged and what your capabilities are acknowledged. And there's support there in the areas that you're lacking, and a lot of encouragement and strength and just appreciation for your abilities that you do have. So what I'm finding with the clients that I'm working with is they're trying to fit themselves into a role in business that doesn't quite fit them. They're being told to close in a certain way. So if you can't do that, then you're going to make yourself wrong, or you're going to keep trying to do it and you're not going to get the results that you want to get because you're not being authentic with that. So for example, I had someone who was being taught to do really quick closes. She was taught to interact with someone and then sort of right off the bat try and close the deal. But her personality is totally different. She really wants to get to know someone first and have some sort of friendship. So for me, when I look at it, you might as well know this, I kind of look at things and equate it to sexy things, sexy fun things at times. But the way I looked at it was, she's not a one-night stand kind of girl. She kind of is old-fashioned, and she's like, let's go to dinner, let's go to a movie, but let's start slow with a little coffee. And then maybe, 2 or 3 weeks down the line, then we can get a little sexy going on. But she was being told to seal the deal, to do the nasty on the first date, and she couldn't do it, and she just felt yucky about it. So in me changing it and giving her permission to take a step back, instead of being, like full on and let me get into your trousers and, let me unzip your pants right now, she started to build a relationship which was natural for her. And her business has just turned around. It's just really taken off because she feels comfortable now. She's in her element. She's doing her. She's not doing what her mentor taught her to do because she's not her mentor. So that's a perfect case of how being authentic can either be detrimental to your business when you're not being authentic, and when you turn it around and you are you can learn from people, and there's people out there who are doing amazing, wonderful things. You can't be them. You're never going to be them because you are you. You have special talents and abilities that are absolutely unique to you, and you want to be utilizing them in a way that's supporting you. And just make sure that you're loving yourself and that you love how you are, and you just show up how you are, no matter how uncomfortable it makes anyone else.
That's awesome. Would you like to take us into one of your brilliant processes?
That would be amazing. I just don't know which one.
Let's do, can we do something where we just solidify our brilliance into allowing our authenticity to show up?
These are like all big words and concepts. I'm like, oh my God.
And you're good at these. She's being shy. Just let flow whatever flows.
Okay, so just allowing yourself to show up as you, to be you.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Instead of someone else. Okay, so let's start with shamanic breathing. So the way I love to do shamanic breathing is breathing in through the mouth and holding it, and then exhaling through the nose. And I get really excited when I do processes, so I'll try and do this nice and slow. So breathing in through the mouth. Just taking a really deep breath in through the mouth. A little bit more. And holding it. And then exhaling through the nose. Taking a really deep breath in through the mouth. Holding it. And exhaling through the nose. Deep breath in. Holding it. Holding it. Slowly exhaling through the nose. So with your eyes closed, I'd like you to imagine a stage. Maybe it's one of those old-fashioned wooden stages. Wooden planks on the floor. Maybe there's red velvet curtains. You're on the stage and the lights are on. And you take a couple of steps just to really feel what it feels like on the stage. Hear any sounds, any smells. And I'd like my voice to just be a source of comfort and security for you. And at any time, if you have to come back to the room, you'll do so easily, refreshed, better than you were before. But for now, I'd like you to just feel what it feels like to stand on the stage, having my voice be part of a secure and safe experience. As you're standing on that stage, I'd like you to be aware of how easily you've been affected in the past by your environment, by the setting on the stage, by the characters. And maybe there's this urge or longing to just be yourself, to just show up as the wonderful being that you are. And look out off the stage and see all the seating that's there. And somewhere there's a magic special chair, something different out there. It could be like a director's chair. And maybe it's like one of those stereotypical director's chairs. It's all wood and canvas. Maybe it has your name stenciled on it, or your initials. Just by looking at that chair, it could show up however it shows up. It could show up like a throne or most magical chair you've ever seen. But just by looking at it, you might find that there's a feeling of strength and power and authenticity that starts to bubble up inside of you. I'm not quite sure how it's going to show up for you, but just by looking at this chair, something's going to shift just a little bit, or maybe a lot. So I'd like you to start walking to that chair. And as you start walking, with every step you take, having my voice follow you safely, securely, allow a knowing, an acknowledgement that you are the director of your life. To grow. So you take a step, and this knowing or acknowledgement that you're the director of your life becomes more real to you. You become more secure in the knowledge that you are great and wonderful, and that life is magical. And maybe even leaving behind some of the things from your past as you step forward. Leaving behind the desire or the shoulds of being like someone else or doing something like someone else. And with every step you take, you embrace being you and knowing that you are the director of your life. And as you get to that chair, that special chair, you might feel something different inside your body. There might be a sound or a smell. Or something that you see inside or outside that gives you more strength and peace than you thought possible. And you just know that by sitting in this chair, you'll be able to let go of some of those things that held you back, that kept you from having a strong sense of peace and ease and self. Maybe now is a great time for you to feel a level of connection. And you sit in that seat, in that chair, allowing it to embrace you. And maybe it feels like being embraced by the whole universe. Maybe you can even feel the love and adoration. And as you sink down deeper into this chair, being embraced, comforted, supported, you look out onto the stage, see the character and role that you've been playing in love and life and business. You see all the places that you've tried to fit in by being something other than you. And as you are embraced by this magical strength and love of the universe. Feeling the support of the chair, having the safety and security of my voice. Being backed by the whole entire universe. I'd like you to invite whatever higher power you believe in to shine its light on you. You on the stage, the character, the roles that you've been playing, every place where you've tried to be something that you weren't, and missing just how amazing you are by trying to fit into someone else's role or costume or character. Allow that light to turn all of those scripts and roles and characters and costumes into fine, glittery dust, into power, into magic, into love. Allow your universal managers to write new scripts, to create new costumes, new characters and roles for you that are authentic, that match your greatness, that contribute to you being you in totality. Breathe in that new way of being, showing up authentic, being embraced by the universe, feeling the love, feeling the peace, the ease, the connection. The strength. Allowing that light of that higher power to remove and get rid of everything you're willing to let go of now. As you show up as your greatness, as the authentic you shines safely, securely, with joy, totally embraced and adored by the whole universe, being the star of your own show. And in a minute, I'm going to count you back. Breathe in first, as much peace and ease and love and connection as you're willing to receive. Allow yourself to perceive and feel the changes that have already taken place. Let your body show you that something shifted. Counting you back. 5 as you sleep and dream tonight. Going over this 3 times and 3 times more, so when you wake up, you really, really perceive the shifts and changes. 4, locking every yummy change into place, being able to show up with so much more love, joy, greatness, authentically being you. 3, embracing that yumminess, that connection, that peace, that ease, the love and adoration of the universe. 2, allowing your body to let you know that something's already shifted. Being aware that every cell of your body is vibrating to this new way of being, to this new energy. 1, opening your eyes wide awake, refreshed, better than you were before. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Wiggling your fingers, moving your toes. Maybe a big stretch.
Oh. Feels good.
Yay!
Yay. Thank you, my lovely guide. Yay. That was wonderful. That was beautiful. Thank you. I really got very relaxed, and I could hear things that I normally don't hear. I was feeling more present, but I felt very, very thin, like a piece of paper, which was interesting. So thank you. So I see, Angela and I, we talk about all sorts of stuff, but we don't always talk about, well, we do talk about work, but so I forgot to ask her this when I invited her, as she is also a writer of Bella May magazine in the relationship rescue section. So you have to read her piece. But do you have a free gift to offer us?
I do.
Yay! I knew she did, but I hadn't told her ahead of time.
Yes,
or asked her, excuse me. That's more gracious.
Yeah, I have a 3-step program that supports you in tapping into your intuition, getting more into alpha, learning how to do active meditation, and getting rid of your blocks and into your greatness.
Awesome. That's awesome. Wonderful. Yay! That's what
Yay!
we are. Thank you so much, honey. It was wonderful to have you on. It really was, and I love your processes. They're so lulling. I love to look out and see my chair, and this time it's so strange because my chair was different than it normally is. And
no more queen throne.
Well, it was on the wilder side. It was a wingback chair, and it was made of. And this is, I'm sorry for those of you because I'm the same way. So let's say it was faux. But it was made out of cowhide, the fabric, the print.
Yeah.
And it had studs on the exterior, how wingback chairs do. It was gorgeous, simply gorgeous.
Yay!
So, yeah, I loved it. It was so cool when that appeared. I'm like, whoa. I've been calling you for a long time, Sharon. You've never appeared, so that's awesome. I loved it. So thank you very much, and it was wonderful to have you on. And would you like to leave us with one last little word? You've given us so much, but one last little message from your heart?
Just that I adore you, and my wish and dream for you, if I can wave my magic wand and give you anything, it's for you to experience just how beautiful and magical your life is, and for you to be able to receive that beauty and magic every single day.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you again for joining us, Angela. It was awesome. And thank you. Yay. And thank you, everyone. We'll see you in another episode. Have a lovely day. Bye.